It stood there, shrouded in the dense fog of whispering pines forest, like a specter from another time. The old cabin, weathered and decrepit, exuded an eerie charm that lured the curious and the brave. Among those drawn to it was David, a young journalist with a penchant for uncovering the mysteries of forgotten places. He had heard tales of the cabin's dark past, and now he was here to uncover the truth. The legend spoke of a family, the Johnsons, who had vanished without a trace one stormy night many decades ago. Their disappearance had left the cabin abandoned, its once vibrant walls now a canvas of decay. Locals whispered about strange lights and ghostly apparitions, claiming the cabin was cursed. David, skeptical but intrigued, was determined to document the story. He arrived at the edge of the forest one chilly autumn afternoon, the sun setting behind a canopy of crimson and gold leaves. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and pine. David adjusted his backpack, checked his camera, and took a deep breath before stepping onto the narrow path that led to the cabin. As he ventured deeper into the forest, the trees closed in around him, their gnarled branches intertwining like skeletal fingers. The path grew darker, the light of day struggling to penetrate the thick foliage. David's footsteps echoed through the silence, accompanied only by the distant call of a crow. After what felt like hours, he finally reached the clearing. There it stood, the cabin, more imposing than he had imagined. Its windows, shattered and dark, stared back at him like hollow eyes. The front door hung askew, creaking in the gentle breeze. David hesitated, a chill running down his spine, but he pressed on, his curiosity outweighing his fear. He stepped onto the porch, the wood groaning under his weight. Pushing open the door, he was greeted by a musty odor, a mix of decay and abandonment. The interior was dim, the last rays of sunlight casting long shadows across the floor. David switched on his flashlight, its beam cutting through the gloom, revealing a scene frozen in time. The main room was cluttered with remnants of the past. A dusty armchair sat by the cold hearth, and a broken table lay on its side. Cobwebs adorned the corners, and a thick layer of dust covered everything. David began to explore, documenting his findings with his camera. As he moved through the cabin, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. In the kitchen, he found a set of rusty utensils and a long-abandoned meal on the table. He imagined the family sitting there, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. A sudden noise startled him, a soft whispering that seemed to come from upstairs. David's heart pounded as he made his way to the staircase. Each step creaked ominously, the sound reverberating through the silence. At the top, he found a small hallway with 3 doors. The first led to a child's bedroom, toys scattered across the floor as if left in haste. The second was the master bedroom, a large, four-poster bed dominating the space. The third door, however, was locked. David searched for a key, checking drawers and under furniture, but found nothing. Frustrated, he returned to the master bedroom. As he rifled through the nightstand, he discovered an old journal. It belonged to Mr. Johnson, its pages filled with daily entries. The last entry spoke of strange lights in the sky and an overwhelming sense of dread. Determined to find answers, David decided to spend the night in the cabin.